Thank you for the invitation, the opportunity to be here. The society that Peter Lazaret called pre-modern society, the world we have lost, was in many basic things different aspects, was different from our own. One of which was the presence, and I'm not talking necessarily of demographic presence, but the presence of youth everywhere. You could see them, you can sense them, you even follow their voice, their gains everywhere, either in the streets, either in religious rituals, or confraternities, or rituals of shame, public shame, which was called matinata or charivari, depends on the context, English. And of course the violence, juvenile violence. And of course their presence was more felt as much as the city and state governments and police was very less felt and less present as it is in the modern state. Now, on the role of this, or the way that young men were incorporated into adult society, and their role as in the years from adolescence to marriage, this role was described by several very interesting books. I could refer you to the works of Ottavia Nicoli, or the series published simultaneously in France and in Italy, Storia dei Giovani, Histoire des Jeunes. And in these books, and as well as many others, one could trace a very rich world of juvenile subculture prior to marriage years, which is primarily, again, the creation of peer groups of young people spending long years before their marriage together, socializing each other to habits of young men and women, socializing them to their encounter and confrontation with the adult world. I have started to occupy myself with this theme as part of my work on marriage rituals, because juveniles were involved, certainly not in the trivial sense of being married. I mean, it concerns primarily young men and women, but in the fact that men and women, young, had their own mode of conducting marriage rituals. That is, you could speak of a certain ritual script or scenario which would represent more the adult conception of marriage, in contradistinction to juvenile script.